Welcome to IZW. My name is CM Burnham. I will be your host for this evening, and I am joined tonight by my brand new co-host, Harrison Stone. Harrison, it's great to have you here for the first time at IZW.
I'm excited to be here. This is my first week here at IZW. I'm ready to see some impact tonight. Let's go to the ring for our very first match.
Well, we are off to a great start. On our Facebook, you know that this match is coming up. As I await Annalyn Storm to make the official announcements here.
Well, you know that music only means one person.
That's right. Only one person coming through that ring, or through that apron. And that would be your former IZW champion, Double D, who will be teaming up tonight with Big Business Damon Windsor to take on Bad Brad Michaels and the IZW champion, the natural born leader, Johnny Z.
This is going to be my first taste of this company. This is
Ladies
for the top
and
stars.
gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, he is the captain of the Force, Double D!
Fantastic superstar in Double D. I've paid a lot of attention to him over the last few years as I've been tuning in every single week to GFL.TV. This guy is a phenomenon right here.
Double D, absolutely the top star in IZW. Former IZW champion and two-time Impact Division champion. And he's about to be joined by the man who is, his own mind, the #1 contender to the IZW championship. A man who still has issues to deal with Johnny Z. Big business, Damon Windsor.
Well, you know, he was robbed at Halloween Hangover. So tonight is just going to be a little bit of a measure of return on Johnny Z. I can't wait to see what he's got in store for Johnny Z tonight.
And his partner, he is Big Business, Damon Windsor!
As you mentioned, Harrison, Big Business Damon Windsor absolutely robbed at Halloween Hangover. He had Johnny Z beaten in that casting match. It was just a matter of him rolling Johnny Z into the casket and slamming the lid until the betrayal by Mark Wilson, former referee Mark Wilson, now a full-fledged member of Impact Elite. And he, his action, led to Johnny Z walking away, still IZW champion.
You know, Mark Wilson has got a lot, going on right now. I can't believe he's literally sold his soul to Impact Elite. But well, you already know what this is. Looks like OSA himself, Mr. Bad Brad.
From Wrestling NXTA, the Finish Street in the whole USA, CEO of the OSA, Bad Brad Michaels!
Veteran members of the IZW roster, Bad Brad Michaels, a man who has an opportunity for the IZW championship thanks to him eliminating Double D. He did not win the Monster Bash Battle Royal. He didn't need to. All he had to do was throw Double D over the top, and he did that.
He did in fact do that. And let me tell you something about Bad Brad Michaels. He is one of the most technically sound guys on this entire roster. This guy has a championship in his future without a doubt.
So he's the former three-time IZW Tag Team Champion, former Impact Division Champion. But the one title he's never held is the title around this man's place. The IZW Championship.
Natural born leader.
By the leader of Impact Elite, the founder, the owner, and the man who calls himself the savior of professional wrestling, Johnny Z.
And team partner, representing Impact Elite, he is the owner, the founder, the natural born leader, the savior of wrestling, your IZW champion, Johnny Z!
Johnny Z, accompanied by Erica, Madam Co-Commissioner Erica Butt, no longer queen of IZW as she lost that crown at Halloween Hangover. And we will be seeing the new queen of IZW, Miss Alexia, later on in this show. Last week, Erica had the opportunity to regain that crown, came up short at that opportunity. Will be seeing the
absolutely right. But let me tell you something about Johnny Z. Nobody has more tricks up his sleeves than the natural born leader. This guy right here has managed to pull things out of his pocket that I didn't even think was possible. This man right here, I just see him holding the IZW Championship for a lot longer than Chaotic Christmas. That's just my opinion.
Well, he has had a lengthy reign as it is, and he very proudly holds that belt, recognizing that as long as it's in his possession, it simply cements his position as the #1 man in professional wrestling.
It's hard to beat the numbers, I'll tell you what.
Hey, Johnny always says, numbers never lie.
Exactly true. Exactly true.
But you can see right there, you see Bad Brad Michaels looking very intently at that IZW Championship. So you've got to wonder, is this partnership, it seems like Johnny has always put a lot of faith in Brad Michaels, pulling him in, having to do some of the dirty work for Impact Elite. But is this partnership really going to work tonight? Because you've got to think that Michaels' mentality is strictly on his opportunity to get that championship around his waist.
I agree 100%, but you got to know, anytime you are holding the IZW Championship, you have to grow eyes in the back of your head because you are being done for 100% of the time by every member of that entire roster, including Bad Brad Michaels. You can't sell him short. You've got to know that he's got his mindset also on the championship.
Well, I'm certain that Damon Windsor and Double D both very aware of the tactics of both of these individuals. We've had many confrontations with both of them. As you see, referee George Knight checking Johnny Z. Now, well, it appears that there's going to be there's a brief little rock, paper, scissors there, and I guess that Johnny Z lost, so it will be Bad Brad Michaels starting off against the man he eliminated to get that IZW title off.
I'll tell you what, I cannot wait to see Damon Windsor get in there with Johnny Z. After Halloween Hangover, I cannot wait.
You know that's the one thing that's got to be on Windsor's mind right now is getting his hands on the natural born leader. Even though this is obviously not for the IZW title, this is a tag team competition, but the chance for him to be able to step in and lock up once again with Johnny Z and take out some of those frustrations that he's got to be feeling now, even though we're several weeks removed from that particular event.
But you always know revenge is bittersweet, and it may just be a few minutes inside the ring tonight for him to get a hold of Johnny Z. But I'll tell you what, come Chaotic Christmas, it's going to be a whole nother story.
Well, nice little collar and elbow tie-up as we force Bad Brad Michaels back to the corner, and he broke, but then he issued out one of the chops. Oh, those vicious knife-edge chops, and how he feels it.
Feel it here.
Pull out the forced chop.
Oh! I can feel those all the way up here.
And deal right into Bad Brad Michaels. Michaels already wobbling in the corner, and we're only into the opening couple of minutes of this match. It may be over a lot sooner than any of us expected if Michaels cannot get back into the offensive, and now down with the cover, but immediately Michaels goes for one. There's the tag, and here comes Damon Windsor.
In comes Damon Windsor.
Last week, Windsor and Michaels faced off one-on-one, and it was Windsor victorious at the end of that main event match as well.
Well, you can't deny skill. Damon Windsor has all the tools to be the IZW champion right now. And like I said before, he was robbed at Halloween Hangover. He should be the current champion right now. Johnny Z with his little tricks in his bag managed to pull it out of Halloween Hangover. Once again, Chaotic Christmas coming around in December will be a different story.
Damon Windsor, interestingly enough, has mentored himself under both of these men. He was a member, a former member of the Future Hall of Famers under the tutelage of Bad Brad Michaels, as well as a former member of Impact Elite. In fact, kicked out by Johnny Z. And you have to believe that he learned a lot from both of these men and is now going to use that knowledge against both of these individuals. Although you can't really use knowledge against an eye rake there. And there's the tag. Here comes what we said that Damon Windsor wanted. I don't think this is the way he wanted it.
I don't think so either. You know, it is all of Johnny Z's style to get Damon Windsor when his back's turned and when his back's against the corner. I'll tell you what, this is just a lot of cheating already on this side.
Well, you can see that Johnny Z distracting referee George Knight, allowing for Michaels to yank Windsor down across the top rope. Pull him down there, and now rake him eyes all the way across that top rope. And once again, baiting double D in. D just really wants to get his hands on Johnny Z.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But you know, you were bringing up the future Hall of Famers and the Impact Elite. Personal animosity runs deep with Damon Windsor, so you have to know that when it comes down to this match, he's got a lot of animosity he's ready to take out on both of these two gentlemen.
Damon Windsor is obviously upset because in his mind, as I said, he still believes he's the #1 contender. He doesn't think he can give it a fair opportunity due to the actions of Mark Wilson, and if he can get a fair one-on-one match, he believes he can beat Johnny Z. The problem is, he's not in that position right now. That opportunity is going to go to Copycat on December 21st at Chaotic Christmas, and Windsor feels like he was cast outside in the cold when he thinks he should be right in the front of that line.
And you're absolutely right. You know, Copycat, he won the Monsters Bash. That was all he had to do, was win the Monsters Bash to guarantee him a shot at the IZW Championship. Now, as far as Damon Windsor goes, he missed the boat at the Halloween Hangover. I'm sorry for that. I'm really sorry for it. But you know, the new year comes new journeys, so he can restart all over. You know, let Copycat have an opportunity.
Oh, look at the elevation.
That was a high backdrop.
Windsor loves to say that when big business goes up, people go down, and Johnny Z went down right on his posterior from that high elevation there. Now tag. Here comes Double D over the top, and chopping Z on the back.
IZW's residential high flyer, Double D.
Off the ropes, moves in, and on a wheelbarrow suplex.
See, I thought he was going for a wheelbarrow bulldog, but he ended up just flinging him all the way back.
That shows you exactly how well these two men know each other. You're right. D was definitely setting up for his wheelbarrow bulldog signature move, but seems familiar with that, knew to just bridge it over into a suplex, drop D on the back of his neck, and now tag in the old school assassin, the man who targets people and takes them out.
I would say that's pretty old school.
He would say the same thing.
You know, you can't deny Bad Brad. He is one of the top wrestlers in this entire region right now. And for him to be at the top of the roster right here in IZW, tag teaming right now with the Natural Born Leader, IZW champion, wrestling two of the top stars in this company right now, he's right where he needs to be. I can guarantee you big things next year for Bad Brad Michaels.
Bad Brad Michaels and Johnny Z working very well together so far.
Almost like a well-oiled machine.
Well, Michaels as well, a former member of a previous incarnation of Impact Elite, when it was simply known as Impact Elite. Way back when.
That wasn't too far ago, so, you know.
2 count there by Michaels as he now cinches in to work that neck.
He's got that knee deep into his upper shoulder blades, wrenching back high on that neck.
You can hear the fans chanting to D to use the force, use the force. As the captain of the force tries to extract himself. Elbow to midsection of Michaels. Repeated a couple of times. But D now off the ropes. Yeah!
Nice head scissors. Beautiful head scissors.
Head scissor takeover by Double D.
Get up there and make that tag to Windsor.
He's so close. Just
almost.
He tried there.
Stretch.
He did. He leaped for just a little bit, and even the long reach that Windsor has, he was still not able to make that connection. Michael's grabbing that ankle, dragging him back into his corner. It's tag team one-on-one.
See, I'll tell you what, they're not regular tag team partners, but I'll tell you what, they're cutting off the ring like they've been tag teaming for quite a long time.
That's a sign of experience and intelligence on the part of both Brad Michaels and John Z. They know to cut that ring in half, to isolate their opponent, and to wear him down, keep him from making that tag. As now Z grabs both the legs and stops right in the midsection.
Oh, again. Oh, a third time.
Stopping the abdomen of Double D.
fans really trying to get behind Double D and Damon Windsor right now, but they're in a rough spot.
Both of these men draw so much energy.
Oh! What a huge DDT!
D floating around, twisting and turning and bringing Johnny Z down.
Now Johnny Z is a lot closer to his corner.
And look at that. I don't like it, but I've got to admit it's very smart. Michaels could see that Double D was simply inches away from making that tag, so he slipped in, dropped the elbow, and dragged D back in order to keep Windsor. Windsor's hot. Windsor is irate at that move, but he's not helping his partner.
You're absolutely right. You know, I made the comment just a few minutes ago about how these guys aren't regular tag team partners, but they are really cutting that ring in half, and they are keeping Double D on their side of the ring.
And Michaels now in. Snap there over, and now prepares to lock down Double D, isolating that arm.
It's almost like a version of the chicken wing.
Michaels knows that if he's able to get up to his feet, he can use those striking knees, he can use that aerial skill in order to pick off Michaels and perhaps make that tag. So he's got to lock him down, keep him isolated, push him into the middle of that ring, wear on him, and make some tags even out with Johnny Z before getting what may be an eventual pin on the captain of the Force.
Well, you know, the captain of the Force, Double D, really needs to try to break away from this chicken wing and get over to Damon Windsor. You know, he's in a rough spot right now.
He was able to break the legs. Brown now trying to fight his way out from the middle. Michaels with an Irish whip. And spin kick. Spin wheel kick.
Now he's got Bad Brad down. He needs to make it over to his corner right now. If there was ever a chance, right now is that chance.
You can see D crawling, but he's had so much more out of him. And perhaps pulling off that spin wheel kick took what little energy that he had built up there. And now once again, he is in enemy territory, facing the natural born leader, Johnny Z.
Damon Windsor wants in there so bad right now. He's salivating. He's wanting in there so bad. He's going to have to make it over there. He's going to have to break free from this onslaught.
Moving into the middle of the ring, picks up Double D, laid vertical suplex, drops D down.
Big vertical suplex. Might have him. No!
It was a good pin, hooked the leg and pulled all of his body weight onto the shoulders of Double D, but that shows you the heart that youngster brings to the ring every single match.
Let me tell you something, Double D will not quit. That is one thing for sure. You know, I haven't been here but for the last few hours, but I've watched it. I've studied tapes of IZW, and I have never seen Double D just quit. This guy has no quit in him.
Double D is one of those individuals that you essentially have to knock unconscious in order to beat him. You're right, he does not quit, he does not back down. He knows that he's always probably going to be the smallest dog in the fight. It doesn't bother him. Right now, he needs to get into that fight just a little bit more. As Michaels looks to be executing a superplex.
He could be the smallest dog in the yard, but his bite is sure big.
And D shoves Michaels off.
I know where he's going with this one.
I do too. Does he have the energy to pull this off?
Looks like he's going. Big drop kick from the top.
Missile drop kick. And now D has got to make that tag.
If there was ever a time, this is it. This is it.
D dragging across, and again, just as was done before by Brad Michaels, Johnny Z returns the favor and prevents D from making the tag by baiting Damon Windsor into the match.
See, he's going to have to get Windsor out of the ring right now because Double D is just getting bombarded in the corner.
Windsor has got to maintain his cool. He's not doing his part any good by stepping in there like that.
Several stiff shots right to the face. They are not playing games with Double D right now. They have cut the ring in half. They have kept Double D in their corner. The constant tags back and forth. There has been no real offense coming from. Oh! Till just now! Till just now!
Pulling a move out of Johnny Z's playbook. A float over DDT. And now D has Michaels down. D has gotten into that corner. But he's got to make it past Brad Michaels with his own.
These fans are right behind Double D. It looks like he might possibly make the tag right here.
Michaels makes the tag.
He made the tag!
Here comes Big Bill.
Damon Windsor go to the top rope several times, and he is definitely the biggest man I have ever seen to go to the top rope and be successful.
Now it appears that the two men are going to fight. Maybe a double choke slam.
It looked like they were about to take a page right out of Damon Windsor's book.
Oh, Windsor's going to show the natural born leader how it's done. Oh!
Huge choke slam. Will this be it? Huge win.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Double D and Damon Windsor.
It was a hard-fought victory for the team of Double D and Damon Windsor as D was kept trapped in that match in the ring for such a long time. But once he made that tag, Windsor comes in, cleans house, and shows Johnny Z that he absolutely still has the champion's number by picking him up, putting him down with that choke slam, just like he likes to do again when he has a chance one-on-one to meet Johnny Z. Should that opportunity happen again in the near future.
Even though this was a tag team match, this has definitely got to put him right back in line for that IZW Championship.
A huge celebration from the team of Damon Windsor and Bad Brad, Double D as Bad Brad Michaels has picked up the IZW Championship belt, put it over his own shoulder, and Johnny Z not liking that, bad enough that he lost.
Erica looking real upset right now.
Erica's certainly not happy in the action. She never likes to lose. She thinks she's perfect. She thinks Impact Elite is perfect.
I don't know if she thinks she likes things perfect, but she likes them flawless.
Well, you can certainly see now the match is over. I think Bad Brad Michaels' intentions are much more obvious. He wants that championship opportunity. He wants his chance to take that title home with him as he moves up there and holds up like holding up the hand of Johnny Z, but he grabs for that belt immediately.
That was a great opening match. Great opener.
And that is just the beginning, fans. We've got a lot more still to come as Double D and Damon Windsor now make their way victoriously to the back. A great celebration and a great moment for this tag team in our opening contest tonight. Fans, we still got yet to come the contract signing between Johnny Z and Copycat for that IZW Championship match at Chaotic Christmas. It was not a great night to open for Johnny Z. How is it going to be when he's across the ring from his challenger at Chaotic Christmas for that championship?
Let me tell you something. You know, Copycat is a phenomenal wrestler. You know, since he's been here, he's set IZW on fire. He ran through the entire roster at Halloween Hangover. He deserves his shot at the IZW Championship. And if I were Johnny Z, I would grow eyeballs in the back of my head because Chaotic Christmas is only a few weeks away, and he's looking directly across the ring from Copycat.
Copycat calls himself the Forgotten Champion. We'll see at Chaotic Christmas whether he can make everybody remember that he is championship quality material as he faces Johnny Z for that championship. We're just starting, fans. I think we're going to go to the back here. Let's go to the back. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to go to the back with more action.
mainly Brad Michaels. He's the one that did it.
I really don't care who did it or what happened, but we need to regain our status in Impact Elite. We need to raise expectations. Jordan Jacobs.
Yep.
How do you plan on raising our expectations?
Oh, we got some ideas,
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
We got good ideas. Tell her about it.
Tell about
We still just see.
Lights out loud.
Yeah, tell us.
What are you doing in my office? What are you doing in my office?
Funny thing you should ask. I just got off the phone with Team Bull, and it looks like to me that they have just, well, I'm not going to say looks like it because they did. They just invoked the rematch clause.
What?
And guess what? Next week, defending your titles against Team Bull.
Hold on. Obviously, Jordan Jacobs is on the DL, so you need to tell Team Bull that this matchup can't happen till June 17, 2014.
That sounds like a
Yeah.
great day,
Good
too.
idea, right there.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I can't let that happen.
Why?
They had a contract. They invoked it. It's happening. No, I'm sorry.
But I'm not
Hey, if he's hurt and you can't find a partner, and let me just set this out. Between us four and a box of Twinkies I got in the car, I don't think anybody's gonna put up with you either way. I am not a diva. You are a man. So guess what? Listen here, man. If he can't help you out and you can't find a partner, looks like you find solo. You find solo.
What the? I don't want to. You're supposed to defend the tag team title solo. I can't even take this right now.
I'm going out to the show.
I hope the show raises expectations. You kept just marching into my office, causing nonsense, everything. Oh, good. Did you get my memo with the beautiful, beautiful glitter? Yeah. Okay, I don't need you to talk right now. I know it was beautiful, I did it. But I have an amazing opportunity for you. Seeing as how I am Madam Commissioner, and I am never wrong, I've decided to choose you as my tag team partner tonight.
I really don't think that's a good idea.
Okay, hold on. What did you just say?
I don't think it's a good idea.
Here's the problem. You're thinking. There's no need for that. I do all the thinking. That's why I'm Madam Commissioner. So, how about you just stop thinking and stand next to me in the ring and learn from your rightful queen?
But I thought you weren't the queen anymore.
What? Are you serious? Did those words just come out of your mouth? I am the rightful queen. Okay, just because I don't have my crown, which I will soon get back, doesn't mean anything. I am still smart, I am still amazing, and you should be very happy to be my partner tonight. So, I want you to leave my office and think about exactly how you're going to please me tonight after we win. And when we do, you will be saying, "Thank you, Erica." Now go! I can't believe this. Nobody around here can do anything right. I put out beautiful things. I did such wonderful things.
Well, the pretty amazing situations coming out of all of that you just saw. The most amazing to me is that apparently Jermaine Johnson's going to have to defend the tag team championships on his own.
In a handicap match.
Yeah, and in fact, here they come out to the ring, and Jermaine does not look happy. In fact, neither one of them looks happy. And
Not happy at all.
I guess given that Jordan Jacobs now out on the DL, as was said by Jermaine Johnson, I guess we're going to be privileged to have another edition of Lights Out Loud.
The look on Jermaine Johnson's face is priceless right now.
Jermaine Johnson protesting. He's proud and certain that he is a diva and saying that he is a man. I guess if you're going to face the tag team champion or defend the tag team championship on your own, we'll see how much of a man he is next week against Team Bull. I gotta say, as good of a wrestler as Jermaine know the quality of the Bronze Bull and Bobby Starr, I don't know that he has the opportunity there to be successful.
Okay, well, it looks like we got Jordan about to start speaking here.
Ladies and ladies, welcome to another episode of the Lifestyle Lounge. And I'm here with my friend, my fellow tag team champion. Don't worry, it's not going to change. It's not going to change. Hey, man. Let me be perfectly clear. I am not a diva. I'm a man.
I'm sure
You
that's
guys can
perfectly
chant
clear.
whatever you want, and you're not special, birthday girl, at all. When I was your age, I was older. I don't care what Sean McHale has to say about what we have to do next week. I got a broken arm. You know that. Haven't been able to go to the gym with you lately. But despite all that, I have a very special announcement about today. Because today, what you want to know, I'll tell you. So just sit down and shut up. What today is, you want to give me a drum roll? Can you give me a drum roll? I hereby declare today what wrestling should be day.
I've never
Come
heard that
on,
kind of day.
applaud, yeah.
It's not on my
It is
calendar.
WWSB Day. That's my favorite day. I like it. I like it. You know why? Because we are two-time tag team champions. The most well-oiled machines that have ever coexisted in IZW. You are looking at some young talent right here. Tell them, man!
I am happy that you all joined us today on this wonderful day, which we declare what wrestling should be day. You should all give yourselves a round of applause just for being smart enough to appreciate the best tag team in the history of wrestling today. And shut up, little girl. I'm not a diva. I'm a man.
I believe the crowd feels differently.
We sure are heckling these two right now. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that the crowd is solidly behind
If you
T-Bull
don't
in this
stop
one.
chanting diva, we are gonna leave. Stop
Please
it.
keep chanting Diva, crowd.
You know what? I'm moving on. You will not ruin this day for me. I already have a broken arm. It ain't WWSB Day. I'm not letting them ruin it. All right, we're gonna get to our guest because you are making me mad. Our guest today on What Wrestling Should Be Day on the Lights Out Lounge is the big, bad, and sexy Angel Camacho!
Well, I thought things were bad enough having to listen to the Mutual Admiration Society in the ring, but now we bring out the man who considers himself big, bad, and sexy.
This guy is a monster.
And yes, fans, you do not need to worry about the tint on your computer screens. He is wearing pink and lavender.
He is kind of sexy. I don't know. What do you think, Bernie?
I think I'm a little scared of you now for bringing that up, Mr. Harrison.
Well, I mean, some of the female women out here might think he's sexy.
Well, I suppose everybody should have somebody. The problem is, Mr. Camacho thinks he should have everybody. And,
Well, he's not just a fashion statement. He's actually been able to cut it in the ring. He was one of the final 2 men in the Monsters Bash. This guy could cut the mustard here.
in that respect, I will not disagree with you. He is certainly a threat in the ring. As you're correct, he was one of the last 2 members in the Monsters Bash Battle Royal, and last week came very close to upending
One
Copycat
more
1-1.
time, allow us to introduce our guest. Despite the fact that I am pissed, royally pissed, someone who is big, someone who is bad, and someone who is sexy.
Well, he has been able to stand for all those monikers that he goes by so far.
So he makes
Let
great
me
jumps.
ask you this question, sir. Welcome to the show. Yeah. Well, the question I would like to ask you, as two big, bad, and sexy individuals ourselves, how did you get to be so big, bad, and sexy? How did I get to be so big, bad, and sexy? I mean, I was born like this. I was a huge, sexy baby.
Does being as sexy as you are ever cause problems in like traffic or things of that nature?
Does it? Boy, does it. Just the other day, an accident. Because they seen Big Bad and Sexy. I laughed and I kept going.
Is there anything you want to say to any potential victims in the crowd that might not be able to handle all of your sexiness?
Just admire, because you'll never be able to handle all of this.
That's a lot of beef, Burnham. That's a lot of beef.
Well, is there anything else you want to inform the IZW universe? Did I mention you are big, bad, and sexy, by the way?
Well, thank you. You did. Multiple times. I want to hear it again.
Man, I am jealous of how big, bad, and sexy.
Well, thank you. But all jokes aside, all partying aside, because I love to party with the women. Let's get down to the business. Let's get down to the business of why I have to be a part of this very wonderful, sexy show. Last week, I made an announcement that I was going to make an impact. Now, you may ask yourself, how? By going after the Impact Division Championship.
That announcement can't come as a
I wasn't joking.
positive thing to
That's
these
all
members of Impact
great,
Elite.
Down the line, but right now the Impact Division Championship rests comfortably in the camp of Impact Elite.
Our friend Kevin Morgan. So you see, we're not cool with that statement, man. We're not. Honestly, I don't really care that if you guys are cool with it or not. I told you I was gonna make an impact, and I meant it. He's just coming on the Lights Out Lounge, just coming out on WWSB Day. Hashtag WWSB Day. And you're saying that you're gonna go after our friend and his title? Like, yeah.
Well, there are still several members of Impact Elite not accounted for, but I guess we knew who was going to break through that curtain right there.
The human skyscraper himself.
The image of fear. Kevin Morgan, your IZW Impact Division champion, has heard the call of Angel Camacho, and I believe he is coming out.
This is a one-man wrecking machine right here.
Camacho isn't taking a step back either.
How dare you disrespect Impact Elite? How dare you disrespect the Impact Division title? And how dare you not fear me?
First off, I don't fear these two fatties. And I most definitely don't fear you, Fluffy.
Hold on. How dare you talk about my physique like that? You know what? Do you want a problem?
Do you want this problem?
No! And you see it? Impact Elite stopping. What?
I hear some music.
It's Drake Gallows!
It's
Drake
the
Gallows
Urban
has
Legend!
returned to IZW!
It's the Urban Legend!
The Urban Legend Drake Gallows back after an absence of 2 weeks! And Gallows disposing of Jermaine Johnson. Now Gallows, Camacho teaming up on the image of fear, and over the top goes Kevin Morgan. Drake Gallows in his hand, holding that Impact Division title that meant so much to him.
I'm not gonna say, he didn't lose it fair and square, but by the same token, number 1, Sean McHale.
Well, we got a problem. Number 1 needs to come and resolve some things here.
Go ahead, cut it off. Jordan! Jordan, man! I love the Lights Out Lounge. I love this show, and I'm going to tell you why. Because you just made my job a whole lot easier, baby. You sure did, man. Boom. It's like inspiration. The Lights Out Lounge is inspiration to the number 1. Listen here. Listen to this inspiration. Because, hey, big man, image of fear. Our Impact Division champion. Look at you, Kevin Morgan. You know what? You want to come out here? You're feeling good. You're feeling strong tonight. Oh, good. How about this? How about tonight? We see how strong and how bad you really are. Because tonight, you're going to go one-on-one with our number 1 contender for the IZW Championship, Copycat.
That's a huge announcement.
You like that? You like that, don't y'all? Yeah, I hear it. But I ain't done. Hey, what? You know what? What? You got something else? You got something on your chest? Hey, man. Hey, no. It's okay. I won't exclude you from this, because the ideas are coming. The ideas are coming like this. How about this? How about you tonight? You already took a couple knocks on the head by that man right there. So how about tonight? We have Jermaine Johnson, larger than life. You a man. Taking on Drake Gallows. That's the night.
One-on-one.
That's the night. You heard it. What? Big man, sexy. Man, I ain't forgot about you. You stained my head. You're in my brain right now. You want to make an impact. Ain't y'all? Mr. Camacho, making an impact. How about tonight? I'm going to put you in the ring with somebody who had a very big win last week. Someone who's trying to make an impact tonight as well. How about you go one-on-one tonight, right now, right this very minute, with Soto Miyagi!
Angel Camacho and Soto Miyagi.
Sit down!
After the last several weeks that I've seen Drake Gallows and Angel Camacho almost decimating each other over the last few months, they actually seem to be on the same page tonight.
They did. They were partnering up against Impact Elite. And now, later on tonight, we will see for the first time ever Drake Gallows versus Jermaine Johnson one-on-one. But right now, we've got another impromptu match coming together here. Angel Camacho set to take on Soto Miyagi. Miyagi, over the past few weeks, has certainly drawn a lot of attention to himself. He confronted the Ranger in the Monsters Bash Battle Royal, a kind of a defense of his position. He believes as, I guess you could call, the Japanese icon of IZW. And then last week, in what you have to consider a massive upset, Soto Miyagi pulling off a victory against Stryker.
You're absolutely correct on that one. I'm interested to see Angel Camacho right now against Soto Miyagi.
Well, Miyagi is 100% ready, and I think the look on Angel Camacho's face simply shows determination as referee George Knight now moves in to prepare for this match.
Now, the back of Angel Camacho's tights, is that a warning or a message, or You know.
I certainly take it as a warning. I try to stay away from the back of Angel Camacho every opportunity I can get.
Well, you know, I just figured if I saw him in the back and said hi to him, you know, I just kind of wanted to know if I had something to be afraid about.
I'm afraid that if you said hi to Angel Camacho, he would immediately try to start and rub himself on you just to show how sexy he is.
Yeah, I think I might just stay away from him.
Probably the best idea. And that might be what Soko Miyagi wants to do right now, as I feel that perhaps in the mind of Mr. Miyagi, he's wondering if perhaps he's reenacting Godzilla here with him and Miyagi playing the part of Tokyo. Oh! Big vertical suplex.
Big standing vertical suplex.
And good enough for 2, but not enough for 3, says referee George Knight. That's Miyagi now, exerting that pressure, looking to force, excuse me, I should say Camacho, looking to exert that pressure and force Miyagi to carry that weight of his, and that is a significant amount of weight.
I was just about to say that. He has got a lot of weight on his back right now. That's got to be hard to breathe right now, especially under the mask and with all that weight on his back.
Soko Miyagi, as we've said, has been able to pull off some amazing victories over the amazing victory last week and a great showing for himself in the Monsters Bash Battle Royal. He's got to be treated now as a serious threat anytime he steps in the ring. Oh, wow, over the top. Wow. Belly-to-belly overhead, almost dropping Miyagi on that head. And again, Camacho in for a pin.
You know, he does have a great amount of strength behind that big frame of his to just launch a grown man like Soto Miyagi right over his head like it didn't even matter. Like he just weighed like a bag of bread or something.
Camacho certainly has an amazing amount of strength. As you say, he also has uncanny agility. For a man his size and build, you would not expect him to pull off some of the aerial moves that he has enacted in that ring. And Miyagi now going back to what he knows best, those chops, that martial arts background.
Just a huge clothesline. It's like you could chop down redwoods with those big arms.
And now stepping on the throat of the mystery man from the Orient, Soko Miyagi, one half of the Mexican National Tag Team Champions, along with his partner, the Midnight Rider, we have not seen recently. I suppose he may be over in Mexico, working on arranging some title defenses there. Might need to be at his partner's beck and call here, because Miyagi does not look to be in the best of shape at this moment.
You're absolutely correct on that one. He's just mangling Soto Miyagi from start to finish. Look at that big splash in the corner.
And that's what I'm talking about. That uncanny agility as he executes a Pele kick, taking down Miyagi.
There's some guys that barely over 200 pounds that could do that, let alone almost 400, 4.5.
And Camacho now moving Miyagi out to the middle of the ring and just stepping on his sternum. But he did not have Miyagi taken out the way he thought he did.
That really was a vicious kick right to the corner. Pretty sure that'll knock anybody at any size down.
Miyagi certainly down at this point, but now firing back up. Uppercut thrusts. And now some straight kicks into the midsection. Miyagi.
See, when you're in there in the ring with a guy the size of Angel Camacho, what is the strategy? What do you do when you have a guy this size? I don't even know what you would do.
I would say the best opportunity you could do is just what Miyagi did there. Stick and move. Try to get in, make a couple of connections, back out so that you can't get connected or can't get caught yourself. Executing those kicks now, and Camacho moving straight in with those off the eyes of Miyagi. No!
It's just not taking much, to keep Soto Miyagi down when you're, 400 pounds.
But it's not enough to keep him down for 3, and that's the key point. Even after a fall-away slam, nearly 400 pounds coming crashing down on the sternum of Soto Miyagi, and he was still able to get that shoulder up.
Based on the face from Angel Camacho, he looked like he should have had a beat by that point.
Camacho can't believe it. He was sure that would be enough to do. Oh, and a bit of a misjudgment there by Miyagi.
That like a leg lariat that didn't even budge Angel Camacho. What do you do to knock this big guy down?
Miyagi's got to figure it out pretty soon. Right there, he tossed over the ropes just from the momentum that he had. Miyagi blocking that uppercut, though. And a big kick.
Looks like he's losing his belt there.
Well, he's losing the belt, but he is making his way up to the top. But just brushed aside by Angel Camacho, who says he is done. And it may very well just be a matter of one last maneuver. Could this possibly be it here as he picks Miyagi up?
Wow. This guy is dangerous.
He braced himself, and he calls that the Shining Miyagi. That's the move he used to beat Striker last week, and he did it again.
He just defeated Angel Camacho.
Soto Miyagi, 2 wins in a row.
Ladies and
This guy is on a streak.
Soto Miyagi.
2 huge wins, 2 weeks in a row.
Angel Camacho came out here saying, I want to be the Impact Division champion. I want to face Kevin Morgan. But now, he certainly looked past Soto Miyagi. And now you got to wonder, could that maybe put Miyagi in contention for that Impact Division title as well?
This also goes to show you there is nobody in this roster that you can, take underhanded. These guys are coming to fight. These guys are here to make an impact, and they are doing so starting tonight with Soto Miyagi, 2nd week in a row. Huge win.
Soto Miyagi proving that he deserves an opportunity here in the IZW. Fans, a tremendous win for Soto Miyagi. We're going to go to the back now.
Hi everyone, it's Jessie and I'm
The
here.
Convict. Halloween hangover, I got eliminated by the big, great pumpkin that I eliminated. The same guy who put me on the shelf for approximately a month by slamming me repeatedly onto a big, hard, green canvas ramp. You know, that thing that we walk down. That thing doesn't have a lot of give. Apparently my ribs do. But the great thing about the human anatomy is this thing called the immune system. You've heard of the immune system, right? You know, the thing that gets us over colds and makes us heal, and it's something with blood and cells and white and red, and they fight and then you get better and all this stuff. But here's the thing. I know that the Convict is basically another virus, germ, sickness that Johnny Z's throwing at me so I don't get these hands on Johnny Z. So it's another obstacle. It's another bump in the road. It's another stepping stone for me to cross, and there's been a lot of them. I mean, it started with this guy and this guy and this guy and this guy, but I know at that eventual end, there's going to be a Johnny Z at the end, and that's what I'm here for, and that's what I'm going to keep driving forward to do. The great thing about the human immune system, though, it doesn't matter how many germs you send, because they're going to make me sick for a while. Johnny Z's made me sick for almost 12 years now, but I keep getting used to it. I keep growing immune to it. I keep getting better, and after a while, your immune system, you can't, it doesn't bother you anymore. The germs that come at you, the big viruses that come at you. What I'm trying to say is, Convict, you're a big virus. You're a big, stinky germ. And you know what? I've taken the best that you can give me, and now I'm immune to you. So, I got some plans in my head. I gotta go find my buddy Sean. And I'll be seeing your big, stupid orange ass really soon. That's all I got.
Hi,
How you doing?
I'm good.
Well, fans, the comments of Brandon Bishop there, as he's certainly 100% focused on the Convict after their confrontation in the Monster Smash Battle Royal. A very personal issue. Obviously, Brandon Bishop put out of action for a while due to the actions of the Convict out here on the rampway. But he's certainly not afraid of the Convict, wants to confront them. I mean, I know I don't like the Convict myself, and I got to admire Brandon Bishop. If he wants to meet him face to face, more power to him.
I have a ton of respect for Brandon Bishop. I'm not a huge fan of the Convict myself either. I'm wishing Brandon Bishop the best in his comeback to the ring. I want to see him take out the Convict. I'm ready to see it sooner rather than later. I don't know about it, but
Well, let's talk some more about what we saw earlier tonight as the image of war, Kevin Morgan, the image of fear, Kevin Morgan stepped into the ring against Angel Camacho, and Camacho showed no fear. He made it very clear he wants that Impact Division Championship, but he's not going to be facing Kevin Morgan tonight as he was upended by Sota Miyagi. Instead, Morgan's going to have to face the #1 contender to the IZW Championship, Copycat.
You're absolutely correct on that. Once again, don't underestimate Copycat. The man who won the Monsters Bash Battle Royal, he will be in action tonight against the Image of Fear.
Well, that match is going to happen right now. So let's go ahead and get those introductions out here, and let's bring that match to the ring.
I can't wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Coming to the ring first, representing Impact Elite, he is your IZW Impact Division Champion, the Image of Fear, Kevin Morgan!
Kevin Morgan making his way to the ring with that look on his face that he always possesses. Stone-faced, ready for competition, even at an impromptu level like this where he'll be having to face Copycat one-on-one, but he's got to be thinking in the back of his mind that he now has almost the same problem Johnny C has. There are so many people surrounding him looking to take that championship away from him. Great Gallows, now Angel Camacho, possibly Sota Miyagi. Who knows who else might be out there wanting to grab that championship?
You're absolutely right. You know, this guy right here, Kevin Morgan, he scares me. He is so big and so dominant and powerful. When I watched him and Dre Gallows at Halloween Hangover, it was truly a blessing that Dre Gallows was able to at least walk out of that building.
That was a tremendous match for the urban legend Dre Gallows as that championship was taken away from him. Being pushed off that top rope through a table by Kevin Morgan. Now we await the arrival of the man who will be facing.
And his opponent, he is the Forgotten Champion, Copycat!
He will be facing IZW Champion Johnny Z for that title at Chaotic Christmas, December 21st. We still have the contract signing between those two individuals still to come later on in tonight's broadcast. But as you heard analysts score say, Copycat considers himself the Forgotten Champion. He's made it that his moniker. He wants to prove he is championship caliber material. He's already a former IZW Tag Team Champion, but what he wants is to be able to demonstrate that he's capable of being a single champion, especially the IZW Champion. He's going to start tonight against another champion in the Image of Fear, Kevin Morgan.
Well, let's just hope Copycat's outcome to his match is a little bit better than Johnny Z's was earlier on tonight.
It was not a good night to open the broadcast for Johnny Z as he and Bad Brad Michaels upended by Damon Windsor and Double D. And now another member of Impact Elite out to represent that group. In fact, I wouldn't exactly say it's been a good night for Impact Elite all around, as what wrestling should be learned that they have to defend the Tag Team Championship next week against Team Bull, but Jordan Jacobs is obviously not ready to go, and so Jermaine Johnson looks to be heading into that match in a handicap situation.
Well, you know, I'm really big on strategy in some of these matches, and to me it just looks, between the size difference between these guys, the Copycat is really going to have to do a hit and run strategy here. That's the only way I can see that he might be able to get the upper hand. Kevin Morgan's a giant. He's just huge.
And as Copycat pointed out there, he is rather Frankenstein-like in many qualities, but I think you're right, Harrison. As you saw there with a simple collar and elbow tie-up, what that essentially is a test of strength. And Copycat coming out on the losing end of that as Morgan just shoved him away. Now Copycat doing what you said, sneaking and moving.
He is definitely keeping on the upper hand right here. He's He's out wrestling, I guess is what you would say.
But now moving in close, which may not be the best move for him to do. Oh, wow.
And there it goes.
That powerful knee right into the gut of Copycat. It's rocked Copycat as he could not get his footing solidly in the middle of the ring.
He took such a huge shot to the stomach, he could break some ribs with that.
Copycat absolutely waddling right now.
Oh. And the decimation starts now.
Well, Morgan believes that that's all it needed to do as he puts one hand down on the sternum and gets a 2 count.
Well, the way that Copycat got the #1 contendership was no walk in the park, so this guy is no stranger to getting beat up and tumbled around a little bit. So don't leave it past him to make a huge comeback at some point in this match. I never underestimate Copycat. He's definitely at the top of the roster here in this company. #1 contender like we talked about several times tonight. Kevin Morgan, watch out, because this guy is coming with both guns loaded.
Well, Kevin Morgan making his feelings known towards the crowd here, the assembled crowd. Every Saturday night here at the Impact Arena in Lawton, Oklahoma. Fans, you should come and join us in the action if you're here in Lawton or in the surrounding area. But if you can, make sure you tune in live, GFL.TV, every Saturday night at 7 p.m., where we will be glad to call that action for you so you can see it all around the world. We are live every single week.
It is
action just like this.
It's truly the only place to be on a Saturday night.
Copycat now in the throes of a bear hug. Oh, wow!
He just like threw him, but kind of like a backdrop at the same point.
I think Copycat may be busted open there. He may have broken his nose.
I see that.
Yeah.
I see that. That's.
But you're right. He just tossed. I mean, I wouldn't want to say through because there wasn't a lot of effort on the part of Morgan. He just tossed him over his head. Kevin Morgan is like 6'8". He's a huge man, and to get Copycat elevated over him, for Copy to land from that height, he was already shaky from the opening moments of this match. Now he's in even worse condition. It may just be a matter of time before Copycat goes down.
I can see from my angle right now, it does look to be that his nose is in fact broken. I'm seeing blood coming out of his nose. I see blood on his face, on the back of his arms. Kevin Morgan is no joke to be in there with.
No, Kevin Morgan is not a joke, and Kevin Morgan hates it when the fans treat him as a joke. That's part of what inspired the Image of Fear moniker. He went to Johnny Z. He said, I want people to respect me. I want the fans to fear me. And Johnny Z, like the natural born leader that he is, said, you need to go out and be the Image of Fear to inspire that fear back into them. And it worked. He went out, he set his eyes on the Impact Division Championship, and within the matter of a couple of months, it's now around his waist as he steps in here against Copycat.
Well, I do know for a fact that at Chaotic Christmas, Drake Gallows, Kevin Morgan, the rematch, Drake Gallows is going to show he was no one-hit wonder, and he is definitely coming for Kevin Morgan.
And we know that big shows inspire huge things from all the IZW stars. Drake Gallows, man, you weren't here, but I know you were watching tonight. The Drake Gallows soared over me, crashed into the pit below us, and on top of 4 other IZW stars. It's something that makes the highlight reels, and that's the type of thing that Drake Gallows will certainly have up his sleeve for a big show like Chaotic Christmas. And that's something that Kevin Morgan has got to be prepared for when he faces Drake Gallows, because it's Impact rules, which essentially means no rules.
Well, you know, they call Kevin Morgan the Image of Fear, but then you're meeting a man with no fear. I've known Drake Gallows for several years, and I was watching at home on pay-per-view when he did soar off from right behind where we're sitting at right now onto 5 other guys, and I'm telling you, the Image of Fear meets the man with no fear.
Copycat now showing no fear as he bounced a couple of clotheslines off and then executed a Thez press on the Image of Fear, Kevin Morgan. Copy now, moving in with the rolling knee.
He's proven why he is the #1 contender right now. It looks like he's got that broken nose, but he still has no quit in his body.
He's fighting through the pain of the blood loss there from that broken nose because he knows that this match even though it's not for the Impact Division Championship, it is still an opportunity to show Johnny Z what he is capable of. You saw him try to execute a Russian leg sweep there.
Just too big.
No,
too big.
He is. He could not properly get that wrapped around the neck and use the leverage to pull Kevin Morgan back.
See, this is a mistake on Kevin Morgan right here because he needs to stay on Copycat. Copycat's already proven that he's the #1 contender. It's his job to shut Copycat down right now, make it a little bit easier for the pickings for Johnny Z. He's not staying on as much as he needs to.
If there is a chink in the armor of Kevin Morgan anywhere, it does tend to be his emotions. He does get irritated by the crowd. They do get under his skin very easily. You saw earlier the exchange he made with them, the verbal exchange he made with them, and that seems to be the one area that Morgan can't focus through. He can't shut them out and focus on 100% on what's happening in the ring. So you're right, a missed opportunity perhaps on the part of Kevin Morgan, giving Copycat a chance to breathe and pull off a move like that, jack in the jaw, and a drop kick.
Big. Was that a leg lariat or a drop kick?
I'm not sure, you may be right. It may have been a leg lariat. Whatever it was, it put Morgan down and back in the corner.
That's a job in itself to put a big man like that down.
But Morgan now with a headbutt again, probably into that nose region, which is already broken.
Copycat's gonna have to do what he's doing right now and stay on top of him. He cannot quit.
Copy laying those right hands in. Kevin Morgan shrugs him off.
It's like he's a fly, an annoying fly in your house that you can't get rid of.
And Copycat had to hit him 6-7 times in the side of the head and the neck. Oh, wow! Annihilation there with a running clothesline.
The weight difference between these two is so enormous. You've heard of that? You've heard of the term fighting from underneath. This brings a whole new meaning to it.
Copycat trying to get himself back up to his feet, having to use the ropes as Morgan now moves in, grabs Copycat around the throat, hoists him up.
That's high.
And just effortless there as he drops Copycat right on the back of his neck.
I saw that right on the back of his head.
And now rolls Copycat over, and again, just one hand. Overconfidence by Kevin Morgan as he believes that Copycat is out, is done for.
You cannot be that overconfident with the #1 contender. I'm sorry. Look, he just ran into him and just rushed him off.
Yeah. But he keeps trying. There he put him down. It took 3 times, but he finally got the Impact Division champion down. Oh, man. Knees right to the sternum of Morgan. Oh! I thought he had him. I thought he might have been able to pull off the pin there.
He uses that springboard moonsault to his advantage a lot. That's one of his big moves that he uses to usually put somebody away.
And now dropping him down with a DDT. Putting all of his weight on across those shoulders. But again, Morgan still very, very powerful. Able to use those massive tree trunk legs to kick out of that move.
He needs to not be taking his time right now. He needs to keep right on him.
I think he was trying to measure him. I think he was waiting for Morgan to step up, but you're right. Morgan met him with the fist right to the midsection.
I know he wants a lot of the fans' support here, but sometimes when you're at the bottom fighting up, you need to stay on him when you got him. He might end up paying for this.
Well, Copycat executing a modified drop hold, and then another one. Once across the top rope, once forcing Morgan's face into the mat, and again, now he's found another sort of a weak spot here. If you take away that height advantage, you keep dropping Morgan on his face. It certainly has him rattled. And Morgan over the top.
I felt that all the way up here.
Low bridge by Copycat. As he has Morgan on the outside.
He's going to have to go out after him. He's going to have to.
Again, Copycat appears to be waiting for Morgan to get just in the right position. Going up. He's going to go perhaps for the tope. And Morgan saw it, scouted and says, nope, I'm not that dumb. I'm out of the way, but he's not paying attention. Oh, man!
can say he didn't have that one scouted.
Oh! And Mario in the chair.
Come on. Where's the referee? Call for the bell. Come on.
Referee George Knight is doing that. This is not an Impact Rules match, but the match against Drake Gallows and Chaotic Christmas will be.
Your winner by disqualification, Copycat.
Well, that's a tremendous blow there by Kevin Morgan, who certainly has made his statement very clear here that he doesn't have time for Copycat. He doesn't care whether Copycat is the #1 contender. What do you think that this is going to do? The Copycat standing, especially later tonight for that contract signing.
Well, like right now, he's definitely weakening, like drastically. I'm just wondering if this is gonna.
Doppelganger! And Copycat, not down, not out.
Well, it looks like he's still standing tall at the end of this, so I think, I'm anxious to see this contract signing at the end of the night.
Copycat certainly has fought his way through a very brutal match here.
Well, he took out Johnny Z's biggest hitman in Impact Elite.
He did. And now later tonight, he will be across the ring from the IZW champion himself.
Well, if you ask me, he got the biggest block out of the way. He took out the road block that is in front of Johnny Z.
Wow. Morgan's on the way to destroying things around here. Snatches his championship belt away.
Everybody stay clear.
Your winner is Copycat by disqualification. But later tonight, we will see that young man once again as he enters the ring, not for combat, but to make it official for December 21st at Chaotic Christmas. Put the name on the dotted line to face Johnny C one-on-one for that IZW championship.
I'm hoping for great things for Copycat. He's been here long enough, shown that he has proved himself here. This is his time to shine. I'm expecting great things at Chaotic Christmas.
Copycat believes that this is his opportunity. He secured that #1 contendership. He wants to follow all the way through with it. We will see on December 21st if he's able to do that. Copycat victorious tonight. Fans, we're going to head to the back.
Hi everyone, it's Jessie, and my guest this time is the Director of Reality, Striker. Hi Striker.
How you doing, Jessie?
I'm doing well, how are you?
Doing great, thank you.
That's awesome. So you've been back in the ring for a couple months now. How are you feeling about everything?
I feel pretty good. It's been a few months since the accident. I've been in the ring now for a couple months, but I'm not 100% mentally or physically yet, but we're getting there. We're getting close.
Yeah. Striker, you've had a couple matches here lately that haven't been your best, and you've lost. And your behavior afterwards...
My behavior? You want to come in here, look me in the eye, and talk to me about my behavior. You've never been in a competition out there. You don't know what it's like. You don't know what the reality is out there in that ring. And I'm here to tell you right now what it is everyone's fixing to get a brutal dose of reality. We're done here.
Got that big announcement? I just want this to be perfect. We need practice. We need practice. I want the camera here so I can just practice. I can see the footage and see how I present myself because I want to be good. You got that? You got that? Okay, you got time, right? Good, perfect. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna come in. Sorry. Hold on. You know, I think my voice, I think the air's not right here. Let's move it over here. Yeah, right here. Send me up. You got it? Am I in picture? Okay, here we go. I don't know what it is. I think somebody smoked over here. I don't know. Here we go. Hold on. It's the dust. It's the dust and the name.
What are you doing back here? Playing around? We need to have a serious conversation.
Okay.
There's a contract signing going on tonight, and I'm not involved. That's a problem.
Why?
I did what I needed to do. I collected the bounty on Double D, and I earned a shot at the IZW Championship. I should be next in line. Why am I not signing a contract?
Okay,
tonight?
listen. You did. You earned it. You got that bounty. You did. You were given a job, and you did it. You got collected the bounty, and you got a shot at the title. You did. You did that. You earned that. You earned it. But you didn't earn.
Where do we get confused?
Well, listen here. You didn't earn the first shot at the IZW Championship. That goes to Copycat. That's why he is signing the contract tonight. Not you. You have to wait in line. But you know what that means, though, right?
What does that mean?
That means you are the #1 contender. That's right. That's your title. That's your title. The #1 contender, right?
So you recognize that?
I recognize it. Yes. That's your title, right? Yeah. You are the #1 contender. When people see you, they're like, that is the #1 contender, Bad Brad Michaels, right?
Next IZW champion, but #1 contender works.
But it's a nice title right now. For right now. It's a nice segue.
Today.
It's a stepping stone, right? We're both in agreement, right? That's a nice title.
Yeah.
It's a nice title to have right now, right?
Yeah. What do you
Makes you
get?
feel good about that.
Yeah.
Hang on.
I do feel good. Are you serious right now?
Yes, man! I got a great announcement.
You just here, you went, you came.
Man, it's business now, man. We're doing everything business, man. You got my co-commissioner thing going
All
now.
I know is business. Come on, let's go.
Well, check this
Hurry
out.
up.
All right, so listen. We agree that you have a title, the #1 contendership. So how about a chaotic Christmas? You defend that title.
What do you mean defend that title?
Yeah, you defend that
I
title.
earned that title. What do you mean defend that?
Well, you earned it. You must defend it. You earned it. You must defend it. And you must defend it at chaotic Christmas. That's what I'm talking about. And you know what? I've got a great idea as well. You know what? Who'd you collect the bounty on?
Double D.
Ah!
Right over the top.
Hey!
It was easy.
Whoa! Hey! Who'd you collect the bounty on?
Are you not listening to me?
No, I missed it.
Come on. Double D.
Double D, man, that's a great idea. So it'll be you defending the #1 contendership at Chaotic Christmas against none other than the captain of the force, Double D. Oh, that was a great idea, man.
Over the top rope. I've got nothing.
Look, and you've got this great jacket.
It is pretty great. Elephant skin.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. But look at you defending the #1 contendership at Chaotic Christmas.
Defending the title.
Well, Harrison, the look on Bad Brad Michaels' face says it all right there, as he has been completely outsmarted by the #1 Sean McHale, now having to defend his #1 contendership to the IZW Championship against the man that he took out in order to gain it, Double D.
He kind of got outsmarted just quite a bit, you know. He is the #1 contender, though. He's the #1 contender.
Maybe not after Chaotic Christmas.
Very true.
Very possible.
I've got
there.
my money on Double D. I'm just saying, I got my money on Double D.
And we also saw that, well, I guess we're not going to have time to discuss the issues with Stryker, as we're going to move right in here to ladies action. And we welcome back, after a brief absence from IZW, the megastar herself,
Ladies
Angel
and
Blue.
gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. With a
Hey,
20-minute
beautiful
time
talent.
limit. Coming to the ring first, she is the megastar, Angel Blue.
The beautiful, talented Angel Blue, the megastar.
Angel Blue. Angel Blue, last time we saw her was in the triple threat match for the Queen's Crown, ultimately won by the woman that she will be tag teaming with tonight, in the form of the new queen of IZW, Miss Dyslexia.
How do you say that backwards?
I asked her.
And her partner, she is the queen of IZW, Miss Dyslexia.
It was a very long, hard road to getting that queen's crown onto the top of her head. Miss Dyslexia now stands proudly as the queen of IZW. And a very strange situation as these two tonight will be teaming up against Erica, who they both know very well. But the new assistant or associate. I'm not even really certain what her status is.
What would you call her?
I
don't even know.
I guess.
I know nothing about her.
Well, I know her name apparently is Paige, but that's about all that I'm aware of with her. I don't know that she has a background or anything.
And their opponent, representing in Hercules, she is Madam Co-Commissioner Erica. And her partner, making her IZW debut, Paige Turner.
So I do understand her name is Paige. I'm assuming she's the secretary, personal assistant, maybe?
I guess so. She's rather crooked and very reluctant to be in this position to begin with. All she did, I say all she did, she had the opportunity to question a couple of things that Erica did, and now she finds herself having to step into the ring, and, well, she seems happy to be here.
You know, Madam Commissioner Erica, she might be on the wrong side of the tracks, the fence, whatever you may want to call it, but the fact is she's got a lot of skills, and she seems to be paying the bills with those skills. She is right on top of the world here in the IZW world.
Yes, but, as we discussed earlier, she always believes that she's right, never wants anyone to question her decisions, and she appears to be starting off this match. Paige in the corner as Miss Dyslexia removes the valued Queen's crown, hands it over to referee George Knight.
You know, I made the comment earlier, I don't think Madam Commissioner Erica just likes perfection. I just think she likes it flawless. You know, take that for what it is.
All right, the bell and the match now underway as Miss Dyslexia stands across the ring from the woman she was finally able to upend after 1 year's worth of reign as the IZW Queen, Madam Co-Commissioner Erica. Nice collar and elbow tie-up as Erica uses some of that vaunted skills of her, those amateur background.
She does have a very good amateur background.
Very strong amateur background at wrestling, also trained in mixed martial arts. She knows her way around a ring.
She comes from a family of mixed martial artists. I don't know that many of the IZW world knows about that, but she actually does come from a legit, mixed martial arts background.
Well, the strength of Miss Dyslexia on display there. And Erica back in again. Now, 6 with a side headlock by Queen Miss Dyslexia. We call her Madam Dyslexia now, or Your Royal Highness Dyslexia. Not certain.
Now, what do you think her chances of really holding on to that crown?
Well, much like the situation with Kevin Morgan and Johnny Z, I certainly would have to say that Angel Blue is a strong contender for that championship, and she's already voiced the desire to have a chance against Miss Dyslexia one-on-one. And there are plenty of other female stars that have come and gone through IZW's ranks, and I'm sure that they're out there waiting for another opportunity as we now get our first in-ring look at Paige.
I'm really curious to see how she can compete here.
Well, she attempted a collar and elbow tie-up there. Immediately taken into a side headlock by Miss Dyslexia.
Because this is truly where the best women in this area compete at, right here, each and every week.
Strongest female competition right here in IZW. As now, the first opportunity for the megastar Angel Blue to step foot into the ring, and she goes right to work exactly where Miss Dyslexia left off. Paige with the shove and
big shoulder blow. Didn't go down for it, but there definitely looks like a huge weight difference between the two.
Yeah, and Angel said, why don't you have a shot? And then takes her down with a drop toe hold. Turning her around.
That's a nice roll up.
But only good for one. Angel slipped, trying to maybe a punch going for a backslide. Nice arm drag straight into her
a wrestling style straight south of the border.
And Blue in! Right into the corner, putting the cheeks to work. Monkey flip out of the corner there by Angel Blue, who has Paige down, covers her and gets a 2 count, but only good enough for 2.
You know, I've never seen Paige before, but she looks to be able to, you know, at least kick out at some of these pin attempts, you know. I don't know what her experience level is. I don't know where she exactly came from. I'm going to have to ask Erica about that.
A nice leg submission
That's
there.
like an Indian death block.
A version of it, and Erica moving in, knowing that she's going to have to break this up. There's no way, I'm sure, that Paige had any ability to know how to get out of that herself as Erica drags her own partner back to the corner, makes the tag.
That's smart. That's a veteran move by Erica.
And, oh, wow! Face first goes the megastar.
A move made famous by Gory Guerrero.
Gory bomb right there. Executed very nicely by a fellow Latino. And Erica makes a tag. I guess she has more confidence in Paige than I would assume.
Madam Commissioner Erica has such a good flow in the ring. Whenever she's in there, she just seems so at home in there when she's in there with a lot of these, you know, up-and-coming divas here.
Well, you can see that Erica, I think, wanted to do like maybe a double team maneuver or something there, and Paige didn't really know what to pick up on.
She got both legs hooked.
She did execute a clothesline, puts both of the legs.
She's going to need to stay right on top of her here. She cannot let Angel Blue get up.
Well, you can see the body language here from Paige that she was somewhat hesitant to move in, but not hesitant there on that charge into the corner. And executing a nice snap there. Another 2 count.
Nice little 2 count there. I wonder if the nerves might be getting to her out here. These are bright lights here at IZW.
And again, she did not expect to come out here and wrestle. That was not apparently the position she was hired for. Although it does become clear now that she's had at least some training.
Some formal training. I would like to know her exact experience level, how long she's been around. Where did she come from? Where did Madam Commissioner Erica find her at?
These are all excellent questions, and perhaps we can get Jesse or one of the other backstage people to catch Paige and interview her for after the impact so we can find out some more information about her.
She seems to have a very good wear down hold on Angel Blue.
Angel Blue certainly caught up here as she's trying to twist herself out.
That'll give you a little Charlie horse right there in the thigh.
And Blue now trying to work her, drives Paige back, but drives her into her own corner, allowing Erica to easily make the tag.
And watch how business picks up with Erica.
Erica, one of her normal temperaments, to say bad.
Her temperament is honestly probably her biggest downfall. If she didn't have as bad of a temperament, she would probably be a top.
Now we got the tag, and here comes Miss Dyslexia. Lexia locking up. Well, it was a brief rally there by Miss Dyslexia, but now Erica back in control, dumping the queen onto the outside.
And let's see if she can recover and get back in here. I'm excited about this match. I think we have some of the best women wrestlers in this entire region.
This is great competition.
This is
here
great.
From all these people, especially from the newcomer Paige, who we did not expect anything from, to be perfectly honest. Oh, man, face first. And Erica rolls over, but still not enough for 2. And now, what's Erica doing?
Erica will stay on top of this match as long as she can. You know, if she what's going on here?
She's again trying to instruct Paige to carry out a 2-on-1 attack here. And you can see Paige not wanting to do so. Angel Blue, what? Hey, whoa, what in the world? What in the world? Angel Blue, that's your tag team partner.
She just turned on her tag team partner.
And Erica's whipping in.
What is this about?
Picking up the scrap.
What is this about? What happened?
Ladies and gentlemen,
I missed something.
your winners, Paige Turner and Erica.
Well,
is there an allegiance here?
I guess there's, I don't know. I honestly don't know what in the world happened right there.
You can tell by the look on Erica's face, it's almost like she knew something. I'm not sure.
Paige, victorious in her IZW debut, even though she did not pick up the win, she doesn't look particularly happy about it.
Miss Dyslexia looking just confused, doesn't know.
Yes, you're right, completely confused as to what happened. She thought she had a partner just walking into this match, and then her partner turned on her, changed to Mark Wilson. Man, we're going to go to the back again. The great Gallows in the back.
Ladies and gentlemen, my guest at this time, the urban legend, Drake Gallows. Drake, you've had a busy night so far, but it's not over.
It's not over, Nikki. No, it's not. I've been gone for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, Kevin Morgan put me out. Kevin Morgan holds the most precious thing to me. The only thing that has kept me going in this business is the Impact Division Championship. He has something of mine. And guess what? You're just a common thief, Kevin. I'm not afraid of you, never have been, never will be. You say you killed the legend, you put me down? That's not even the case, because now we know that at Chaotic Christmas, Kevin Morgan and I got one more time. And you know what I'm gonna do at Chaotic Christmas, Nikki?
What?
I'm gonna take back what's mine. The Impact Division Championship. You know how we're doing it? We're going back into my element, my house. Impact rules. Kevin, you might have won last time, but this may be your last time. That's Chaotic Christmas. Tonight, Jermaine Johnson. Kevin Morgan might want to pay attention, because tonight, Jermaine Johnson, the legend isn't dead. The legend continues, and I'm bringing a whole damn army with me.
Very strong words there from the urban legend as he is about to step in the ring one-on-one for the first time ever against one half of the IZW Tag Team Champion, larger-than-life Jermaine Johnson.
I'm not sure that anybody came into IZW with a bigger bang.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Coming to the ring first, representing Impact the League, is one half of your IZW Tag Team Champion, larger-than-life, Jermaine Johnson.
Like I was Drake Gallows. Drake Gallows has literally made highlight reels after highlight reels since he's been here. This guy is like, he has me stand at the edge of my seat, or sitting at the edge of my seat every single week that I watch him.
Drake Gallows loves to say that he came from nothing, and he ran, he came in and grabbed the thing that meant the most to him, that Impact Division Championship, and held on to it for as long as he could until finally being upended by the image of fear, Kevin Morgan. Now he has the opportunity once again to climb that mountaintop, and that's a big mountain of a man in the form of Kevin Morgan. To climb that mountaintop and grab that Impact Division Championship one more time tonight, though, for the first time ever, one-on-one, Kevin Morgan, Drake Gallows faces Jermaine Johnson.
I'll tell you what, Drake Gallows, like I said it earlier tonight, he's going to prove that he was no one-hit wonder when he comes right back, face-to-face, Impact Rule style, baby. Impact Rule style, right up Drake's alley. I'm telling you what, this will be a match just in itself. This can headline any show in around the country.
And make no mistake, even though Jermaine Johnson is one half of the tag team champions, it doesn't mean he doesn't have vast individual skills. You have to have great individual skills to be a great tag team wrestler. And Jermaine Johnson has proven that many times. Two-time IZW champion, multiple times tag team and Impact.
He is the Urban Legend, Drake Gallows!
Drake Gallows taking target at Jermaine Johnson.
I wonder if he just hit a bullseye.
We will find out later tonight as the Urban Legend makes his return to the Impact Arena 2 weeks off, resting and recuperating after being crashed through a table from the top rope en route to being upended for that Impact Division Championship by Kevin Morgan. This is his first opportunity back in the ring, and he has got a tough contest that he was not prepared for coming in here. He didn't have a match. He showed up, said, I'm ready to go. Give me whoever you want. Sean McHale did exactly that, said, let's give you Jermaine Johnson.
I'm very, very interested in seeing this match. These are two guys who've never even laid a hand on one another. Two phenomenal athletes. Let's just give it what it is. Two phenomenal athletes. Let's see if Jermaine Johnson can put the fire out before he even gets really started on Drake's fast track back to the Impact Division title.
Jermaine Johnson certainly has to know that this match is a tough contest, but he's also got to be very worried about next week, as he will be forced to defend those tag team championships, apparently in a handicap situation against Team Bull. And so you know that he's got to be worried about getting this match over as quickly and enduring as little physical punishment as he can, so he can be fully rested and recuperated 1 week from today to take on two men at once.
That's the way it's looking right now, unless there's some miracle surgery that could happen. Jordan Jacobs looks to be out. Jermaine in, 1-on-2. That could not be good.
Well, you know, you say Jordan Jacobs is out, and he certainly will not be an official competitor in that match, but you see Jordan Jacobs at ringside here, and I think we both know if Jacobs has an opportunity to engage himself in the match, he's going to find a way. Right there, Jermaine Johnson feeling the power of Drake Gallows, but upending Gallows, dropping face first now onto the corner pad, and now Johnson taking over, fist to the head and a headbutt.
This looks like a punching bag or just a beat-on dummy.
I'm sure that Johnson, even though he's never faced Gallows in the ring, he's very well aware of Gallows' propensity for enduring a large amount of punishment, for putting his body on the line. And he comes into this match knowing that he is going to have to go to extremes himself, probably, in order to come out victorious against Drake Gallows.
Well, you know, Drake Gallows is still very, very young. I think the experience definitely goes to Jermaine Johnson on this. But, you know, like I said earlier, Drake Gallows is fearless. You know, he has no fear. This guy will leave from any and all places around this arena. Places I didn't even think he could stand on, he's already jumped off of.
And interestingly enough, He's not using those type of tactics yet. He's relying on solid mat wrestling right there. Side headlock, taking down, negating Johnson, who has a great amount of speed and agility in that ring and uses it quite well. Now Johnson.
That's a very smart, thing to do is, use your mat wrestling while you can, keep cutting down, make the match yours for right now. But you have to realize.
Wow, the power executed there.
That was a pretty power slam.
That was a beautifully executed scoop power slam, and it was good enough to get two off of Johnson this early in the match.
On Weeble Wobble Street, right back to the corner with that.
Long shoulders driven into the midsection. A man who says he is not a diva. Gallows charges in.
I don't think that ring post has any give at
No,
all.
it doesn't. And I think that's where the youth and not inexperienced, but the lack of fear when it comes to putting the risk of your body on the line. That's where Drake Gallows may come in here. Johnson is a very, very mat-smart wrestler.
He's floating over with his Russian legs.
He's not letting go of Gallows. He's maintaining constant control to ensure that he's able to execute those moves. Not giving Gallows an opportunity to slip away. That was how Gallows was able to be victorious over 5 other men in that 6-man scramble, was using the brains and sliding away from Kevin Morgan, running the clock out. There's no clock to run out in this particular match.
Jermaine Johnson, the consummate professional out there, he is constantly keeping the match in his club.
See, what did I tell you? Right there, Jordan Jacobs interjecting himself in the match, but Gallows says, fine, you want to hit me across the back? Let's face each other one-on-one, but essentially a 2-on-1 situation there. Maybe 1.5 on 1.
Exactly. It's going to be very hard for Drake Gallows to wrestle 2 people, let alone to be the current tag team champions right now. Any which way you cut and slice it, Drake Gallows has a very big disadvantage out here tonight.
Johnson has taken this match to the outside, which is the place that Drake Gallows normally has no problem with being, but it's not working out to his advantage at this point. Johnson now moving in, looking up the leg. Not enough for 3. Referee Brock Landers. And trying for it again.
Big, strong kickouts by Drake. He's not anywhere done yet. Near done yet.
There's a lot of energy, a lot of gas left in that tank. Right there. As Johnson now cinches in with a rear chin lock.
Both of these guys have very large amounts of stamina. They're almost like cardio machines. These guys will never run out of gas. If you ask me, I've never seen either one of them run out of gas.
Jermaine Johnson, also a man who has been victorious in a Monsters Bash Battle Royal. So that shows you the type of endurance he is able to withstand, as he had to fight his way through the bulk of the roster in order to be victorious that year as well. Once again, look at those legs, and again, only good for 2.
Jermaine staying right on top of Drake. Staying right on top. And that's the mark of a great wrestler right there, is to never give him a chance to breathe. Stay on top of him.
Johnson now perhaps going for his signature stalling vertical suplex. Gallows reverses it, picks him over on his own. Gallows calling for the Urban Army to lend him support.
He's got all the fans right behind him.
He says he's going upstairs.
Is he going for that moonsault?
I think he may be. And I don't think he realizes that Johnson is knocked down. Gallows positions himself, but is swept off his feet.
Maybe he went to the well a little bit too early.
And Johnson now has Gallows hung up in the tree of woe.
Figured Drake might have had it.
And there we go again. Jordan Jacobs.
Constant outside interference. This right here is going to catch up with Drake really fast if he doesn't beat the numbers.
That's the sign of a great tag team. And Jacobs and Johnson are one of the best. They're the best right now. They're the tag team champions. But they know what each other is thinking.
Since these guys haven't wrestled ever one time before, I wonder how much time they had to maybe scout each other in the back before this match was over.
I can tell you for a fact, Jermaine Johnson IZW, but worldwide competitors. He knows that at any given moment, somebody may come in here to present a new challenge, either to his tag team title, either to one of the other Impact Elite members' championships. He knows he's got to be aware. It's like the information man for Impact Elite. He has got to be aware of all the potential people out there who represent a threat to himself and to Impact Elite. So I believe he's scouted that team. He has watched a lot of great Gallows footage.
You know, I look at Jordan Jacobs on the outside, and you know, strength in numbers is always going to beat out anything. And that's the one thing that Impact Elite has always managed to have a stranglehold on in this company was numbers. They've always had the numbers.
And that's one of the areas where Drake Gallows has prided himself. He's always said, I'm a man alone. I came in here alone. I have fought for everything myself. I've accomplished everything on my own. I don't need somebody to watch my back. In this situation, though, he may well need someone to watch his back because he's got two members of Impact Elite right now lurking out there. Kevin Morgan, I'm sure he'd love to come down here at this point, try to take out Drake Gallows early prior to their confrontation at Chaotic Christmas. Johnson now moving to the upstairs realm.
Drake will cut him off. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
You're 100% correct, Harrison. And Gallows now moving upstairs as well.
Oh, we're going real high.
Whoa, he almost slipped there. He pulls it off. Hurricane Rana from the top row.
You see Jordan Jacobs going crazy on the outside trying to get Jermaine Johnson together.
Jordan trying to get there. Gallows ducking underneath. Hoisting Johnson up. Emo killer.
That is the emo killer.
It puts Johnson down, but Johnson back up. Gallows now up for the moonsault. He takes Johnson down with the moonsault. 1, 2, 3. That's it.
He's got some steam going into Chaotic Christmas.
Your winner, Drake Gallows.
Well, I'm sure it is very proudly that Drake Gallows will now forever be able to say, the first time I stepped foot in the ring with Jermaine Johnson, I beat him. I put him down.
His back was against the wall and he still pulled it out.
And now he can look forward to the next member of Impact Elite, the man he really wants to get his hands on, the image of fear, Kevin Morgan.
This guy right here has a future that seems to be endless. He's still extremely young. Most people haven't even moved out of their parents' houses at this kid's age. And this kid has already won Impact Division titles. He's already almost made his own mark here in this company. And he's got sky's the limit for this guy. I just see such a bright future for him.
Drake Gallows came into IZW. He wanted to do exactly what the name says. He wanted to make an impact. And he did that tonight at the cost of Jermaine Johnson. Look at the face of the man who's larger than life. He is not happy. He is throwing a team of fists in the ring.
I believe it might. Not looking too happy. And just to know, next week he's going 1-on-2 against Team Bull for the tag team title.
Wow, and it's words of frustration for his tag team partner, Jordan Jacobs. I think the crowd pretty much sums it up right there. Johnson is an unhappy man.
He is very unhappy.
Victorious man. Ben is in the back. I think Marianne Albright is waiting in the back.
IZW fans, in just a few moments, we will have the contract signing for the IZW Championship match at Chaotic Christmas, where the natural-born leader, Johnny Z, will defend his title against Copycat. Also at Chaotic Christmas, Drake Gallows will get his title shot for the Impact Division Championship against Kevin Morgan.
The image of fear. Hey, Mary. How you doing? Hello, everyone. Hello. You know what? I just wanted to come and tell you that, you're doing a hell of a job. You're getting all the scoops, man. You're scooping everybody. I don't appreciate how you do it. I don't like how you do it, It kind of hurts me a little bit, to see you're such a nice girl, Mary. You're such a nice girl. And you go to these ways. But you know what? That's your thing. That's your thing, and it's a redeeming quality because you have the fortitude. You know, you're like, I don't care. I don't care about feelings. I'm gonna get the scoop. That's what you do, right?
Yeah.
You get the scoop.
Yeah.
You get the scoop.
Every week.
Not me, but you.
The best scoop.
Look at this right here. I got a scoop right here. Right there. I am about to drop a scoop just for you, Mary! Yeah, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
This is huge.
Hold on. It ain't quite greased like it was once. It got left out in the fridge, but you know, it's still going good. It's still going good, Mary. Hold on. Is that good? That's good. Okay, hold on. Shawn. Just a couple of inches, just that way. Thank you. Okay. All right, I got the scoop for you. The big scoop. All right, here we go. Not only is Brandon Bishop going to be here next week, here at the IZW Arena, the Convict will also be here at the IZW Arena next week. And guess what? See what I did? Brandon Bishop, you know me. You always have wants, and I always fulfill your needs. That's right. Scooped it all right there. And guess what else? I am going to have a super huge announcement concerning Brandon Bishop and the Convict, because there can only be one. You see what I did there? No. There's your scoop. Big announcement. Brandon Bishop, Convict, here at the IZW Arena, and I have a big announcement. I'm out.
It's the season for giving, and with Impacting's Christmas special, 2 lucky winners will each receive $500 in tattoo work. From now until Christmas Eve, any $150 tattoo will give you an entry, and every $100 after that will give you another entry. The more entries you have, the more chances you have to win. The winners will be announced the evening of Christmas Eve. Walk-ins are welcome, or call 699-7530 to set up an appointment. Take advantage of this year's Christmas special and win a gift you can wear forever at Impacting Tattoo Studio. IZW is changing the wrestling world and taking over the World Wide Web. Like us on Facebook for exclusive photos, superstar interviews, and fan polls. Follow us on Twitter and keep up with your favorite IZW superstars. And go to izwrestling.com for exclusive articles, the latest news, and results. Click Media to keep up with all the episodes of Impact Television and After the Impact. Click on IZW Shop to order superstar t-shirts and IZW DVDs, Blu-rays, and combo packs. Get the full Impact Zone wrestling experience and be part of the IZW world.
I just don't see how we're gonna be able to pay any of these bills.
I guess we could sell my wedding ring.
Yes! Sell your gold to me so that I may melt it down into liquid profit.
It's a cash emergency! Super Pawn Woman to the rescue!
When you need fast cash, don't be pressured into selling your gold. Bring it to Maverick Pawn, where their fast-friendly staff will give you a loan on your precious valuables so you don't lose them forever.
Great deals!
Fast cash!
It's Maverick Pawn! 357-4911.
Every Saturday night, this is who we are.
It's an event that's been 10 years in the making. March 15, 2014, IZW Coronation fans, you're definitely going to want to mark your calendar. Harrison, as your first night at IZW and everything you expected it to be.
Everything and more. I'll tell you what, I love this place. I can't wait until next week. I'll be right back here, same place, same time.
I certainly look forward to seeing you, working with you here week after week. It's been an outstanding night. We've had so many surprises so far. We know the tag team titles will be on the line next week. We've had 4 matches signed for Chaotic Christmas. Kevin Morgan, Great Gallows Impact Division title. Brad Michaels, Double D, that #1 contendership for the IZW Championship on the line. And now we're about to see the contract signing between Copycat and the natural born leader, Johnny Z. And then the thing that's so important, we've got both commissioners out, both co-commissioners, I should say, out here to oversee the proceedings.
Well, it needs both their signatures on the contract as well.
Certainly. See Sean McHale trying to make sure everything is fairly set, appropriately set, as we await the arrival of both the individuals who will be involved in that main event match, December 21st, live on pay-per-view. And we're going to start with the champion, with the man himself, a man who was not victorious earlier tonight in his tag team competition.
Yeah, he wasn't very...
The owner, the founder, the natural born leader, the savior of wrestling, your IZW champion, Johnny Z!
You know the thing about Johnny Z is he may have not won tonight, he may not have been successful tonight, but the fact is when it counts, he always seems to win the one that counts. Every time that title's been on the line, he's walked away from it. He's almost gotten to the point where he's unbeatable in matches that count.
It's frightening, but it's true, Harrison.
It's sad, but true.
Yeah. And that's the reason why he walked in tonight with that prestigious IZW title firmly wrapped around his waist.
I've heard the old saying, it doesn't always matter how you won it, but how you manage to keep it.
He has done exactly that. He has managed to keep it so many times against so many different individuals. People thought David Windsor could get it from him. Windsor was unable to achieve that. Thought Double D would have the opportunity. He couldn't the rest of the way. But perhaps the man who will be able to do it is this man right here.
He is the #1 contender.
The man who calls himself the Forgotten Champion.
The Forgotten Champion, Copycat!
Quite honestly, it's going to be the biggest opportunity in this young man's career. As you can see, Copycat still suffering the effects from the injury earlier tonight.
Well, he was successful earlier in his match.
And he sure took a beating doing it.
He sure did.
Well, I guess we're on the precipice of the biggest moment of Copycat's life, of Copycat's wrestling career. December 21st, you're going to walk down that ramp at Chaotic Christmas in front of what will more than likely be a capacity standing room only crowd. And you will walk through that curtain into the biggest, shut your mouth, you little maggot. I am speaking right now, and you will not disrespect me when I am on my stage. I don't care if it is your birthday. Your mama should have ate you at birth, and then we wouldn't have to celebrate it today.
Fans, we apologize.
We are truly sorry.
You're nothing but a bunch of mouth-breathing window lickers, and you come out here and you chant and you rant and you rave like anything you do is going to make a difference in my world. That's where we are. We're in my world. We're in Johnny Z land. You see, I've had a lot of big moments. Every time I step in a ring, it's a big moment for the guy lucky enough to be in it with me. I've been doing this for 12 years. And finally, March of 2013, I decided to take what was mine, my place upon the throne, and I put on the Holy Grail and showed that I am the savior of wrestling. Oh yeah, none of you want to admit it, but since that day, I have proven that I am the smartest man in wrestling.
I don't think any of Johnny Z's monikers particularly matter to the crowd assembled here, as they're letting him know what they feel.
I suck. I suck. I suck. I suck. That's what they, is that it? I suck? Well, I'm going to keep on sucking, Copycat. I'm going to keep on out-thinking chumps like you the same way I have for the past 12 years. I'm going to keep on being the natural-born leader. I'm going to keep on being the savior. I'm going to keep on being the smartest man in professional wrestling. You are no better than anyone before you, and no better than anyone that will come after you. I am the IZW champion now. I will be the IZW champion December 21st, and come December 22nd, when you pick your little measly head up off your pillow after your night of sleep, or maybe your night of nightmares after what I've done to you, I'll still be the IZW champion. And well, maybe then you can just copycat me, because you'll never be me, chump.
He most certainly knows how to control the situation, does he not?
He is full of confidence. He did not get to the position that he is in by being reticent about making himself known, about making his feelings known, and he has just signed the contract.
12 years, Johnny Z. IZW World you kind of created here. And what does the IZW World think of the creator? Is that you suck. Even after 12 years, that you suck.
That's because none of these ingrates, none of these idiots know what's good for them. None of them understand that Johnny Z is the best thing to happen to wrestling. Johnny Z is the best thing to happen to them in their miserable, quaint lives. I am something to admire, while their lives are something to forget.
These people don't know what's right for IZW. The IZW World made the IZW World, not you, Johnny.
I made the IZW World, not them, me. Without me, there's no you. Without me, there's no him. Without me, there's no them. I am IZW, not any of you.
Without them, without people like me, there would be no Johnny Z. But it amazes me. March, you said March, you won the IZW championship?
Yeah.
It's amazing. Well, hell, out of the 12 years you've been in wrestling, you probably had the best year of your whole entire wrestling career. And it started out the beginning of the year with you stripping me of my championships.
That's very true. Stripping of the tag team titles.
So you've had a great run since then. I've kind of been on the back burner of things. So I started back at the bottom of the ladder and came up to the top, to the creator of IZW. The person holding that IZW championship that did not earn it. If I'm not mistaken, didn't you take that? from the convict? You didn't beat nobody for it. So it only makes sense. You stripped Copycat at the beginning of the year of his championship. Copycat is going to strip Johnny Z of his championship on December 21st at Chaotic Christmas. Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, he's not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Because where your expectations are down here at scum and cheating to get what you're holding right now, I don't use that word just as a word. I don't even have to mention it. I am what expectation should be. You just use it. So how about you hand Copycat that pin and you can sign over your IZW championship right over to Copycat.
Well, looks like we may have some company.
Fans, here comes
Big Business.
Business David Windsor, the man who still believes himself to be the #1 contender to the IZW title, the man who was screwed out of a title opportunity at Halloween Hangover.
He did beat Johnny Z tonight, though. He got the pinfall on.
He's got something to say about this.
Big Business, Damon Windsor, what do you want? Why are you out here again in my business?
It's real simple why I'm out here in your business, man. We've been over this. I've told you time and time again, and now is the time. It's my time. I've earned the right, and every one of these people want to see me be the one to destroy Johnny Z at Chaotic Christmas. They want to see Big Business as IZW champion. So I'm gonna make it real simple, Copy. You done good. You earned yourself a shot, but it's not this shot. So do what you should have done already and step aside for Big Business.
Look, Big Business, I'm not gonna feed your ego anymore. Last week, I told you that you should hold that IZW championship. But being as cheap as he is, he's still holding it. Because he has to use resources like refs to help him win. I'm not gonna be surprised when a camera person is gonna help him win a belt as well. But this is something I've come to realize. Your Big Business is interfering in Copycat's business. And you're not being Big Business anymore. You're being a big problem for me. So I'm going to tell you this as nice as I can. Please go to the back, get Johnny Z on another time, because right now it is Copycat's time. And if you don't, I'm just going to have to light you up.
You know what, Copy? That's not going to be necessary. You don't have to do that. You know what? I'm sorry. I am sorry. Sorry for this.
No! Windsor picking up Copycat, choke slamming him in the ring. And Damon Windsor's got a copy of he's got a hold of the championship contract.
That name is on it. It's official.
Damon Windsor just signed the championship contract that Copycat was supposed to sign.
Does that mean Copycat's out? Windsor's in?
I don't know. I mean, it's a legal binding contract, and it seems like you can see Johnny Z staring at it right there. He can't believe. Erica can't believe this either. Johnny Z accosting Sean McHale saying, you gotta do something about this. I'm supposed to face Copycat. I didn't want to face David Windsor again.
So it looks looks like Copycat's out. Damon Windsor's in.
But how does Copycat feel about this? He won the Monsters Bash. He earned this opportunity. And David Windsor has stolen that opportunity from him. But what in the world? Fans, we thank you for tuning in. For Harrison Stone, Sia Burnham, so long from the Sooner State.
See you later.